What up, everybody? Raising Kanan Season 1, Episode 1. Unique and Raq were the two biggest drug dealers on the South Side, and they had a face-to-face meeting about splitting territory, with Raq coming out with an extra block. But with this arrangement, some of Raq's corners went to Unique. When Kanan got word from Famous and D-Wiz that his op, Buck 20, was posted up on one of his mother's corners. The disrespect, Kanan said. So D-Wiz went and got a couple straps, and him and Kanan wrongfully put down Buck 20 for standing on a corner that Raq had already given up. As a result, Unique's people went gunning for Kanan, causing Raq to have another face-to-face with Unique. But this time, there was no compromise. Unique said he wanted all the corners. And because Raq wanted her son to be safe, she agreed to Unique's terms. But he also let Raq know that the streets needed a body, which resulted in Lou killing D-Wiz to take the heat off Kanan. But Raq wasn't finished. She then paid off Dean's lieutenant to get the info about Unique's next drop, and gave the info to Howard to make an arrest. This caused the tables to turn, with Unique's shipment and money being seized by the police. Then again, it was Unique's turn to get revenge on Raq, when he found out about the location of her stash house through Kanan's girl Davina, in the process robbing Raq of half her cash and product as they were moving it to the bodega. Then to make matters worse, just like Neek figured out it was Raq who was behind his shipment getting hit, so did Dean. And Dean told Raq that their business was done, leaving Raq to then turn to Juliana to be put in contact with her cousin, Joaquin. Then at the end of Season 1, Raq made the final move to try to take Unique down for good, by framing him in the shooting of Detective Howard by having Kanan wear his custom-made jacket when he took the shot. This was supposed to actually put Unique in prison for life, possibly even give him the death penalty, but two things went wrong. First off, Unique had an alibi going through a McDonald's drive-thru right around the time of the shooting. And number two, Howard didn't die. Because of this, Season 2 started off with Unique getting out of jail and coming home to nothing. Everything him and Ronnie built over the years was now nothing. Raq was now in control of the whole board, even getting Warrell to switch side as Unique was getting released. When Unique went to see Dean about getting some work on consignment, Dean told Unique, like he told Raq, that their business was done, because Unique now had a reputation of someone who tried to kill a cop, and he was bad for business, and nobody even wanted to be associated with him. Luckily for Unique, he saved Marco Baselli while in prison, the son of mafia boss Sal Baselli, leader of Jersey, just as Raq was trying to expand her operation into Jersey. And to make a long story short, Unique used this to his advantage to get put in charge running Raq's Jersey operation. Unique played the only move he could to get back into the game, and through this, Unique and Raq actually started to get along, leading up to the Season 2 finale, when Raq met up with Unique at a diner, and out of the blue, Unique started spitting game at Raq. Raq laughed it off, but at the end of the episode, the Italians came for Raq and her whole operation, and in the closing seconds of Season 2, Raq was saved by none other than Unique himself, getting us to Season 3 and Unique's brother Ronnie straight out the pen, hanging around the house, and it had Unique's baby mama Panessa scared. So Unique went to talk to Raq about what the next move was so he could get back to work and so he could get his brother some work at the same time. But it was at this time when Raq told Unique that she was trying to get out the game. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Raq and Unique hooked up. And this relationship continued for a while until Raq made the move to get Kanan back home. And it was at this point she looked over at Unique and saw the pistol on his hip and knew she had to end things with him in case the CPS officer came around. And the two smashed one more time before going their separate ways. But keep in mind that before this happened, Unique met up with Quan to start moving H out of the Chinese restaurant. And Quan said something very specific to keep in mind. You can't help who you fall in love with. When Unique replied something like, "I know that's right." Basically indicating that Unique had fallen in love with his former enemy, Raq. Then Ronnie told Panessa about Unique and Raq, which ultimately caused Neek to confront Ronnie, and Ronnie to beat Neek within an inch of his life with a metal pipe. And let me pause for a minute to say this. You got to believe that Ronnie subconsciously left Unique alive, not wanting to kill his own brother. And the fact that he didn't even check to confirm if Unique was dead or not also tells us this. Because earlier in the episode, Ronnie straight up told Juliana that his brother wasn't going anywhere. But at this point, everyone thought that Unique was dead. and Raq went on to meet with Stefano about taking over Unique's business. Then in the closing seconds of season 3, after Kanan killed Ronnie and Raq killed Howard, Unique returns on the scene standing over his brother, getting me to the question, will Raq and Unique be lovers or enemies moving forward? Leave your prediction in the comments. Now keep in mind what Joey Badass told Complex regarding the return of Unique. And this is what he said. What they can look forward to is this. You gotta understand this character, Unique. He was beat nearly to death, and his head was bashed in with a metal object. Bone fragments were found on the weapon. So fans got to understand that the Unique that they did know is dead, and this is a totally new version of this character. I think it's going to be interesting to see how people react to how Unique is now, because this is the 90s. But you could imagine that he has to have some version of CTE, and he's just not the same anymore. He's not the same in the head, in his mind. He's different. Now let me pause again and say this. I watch a podcast called It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace. And Mace likes to say that he has a grasp on the obvious. And some of us power fans also have a grasp on the obvious. Because we know at this point that Unique is in fact Breeze. It's obvious. On top of all the clues I've talked about in other videos, people in my comments have let me in on some real obvious clues from the end of the episode. First being that when Unique returned at the end of the episode, they played Run DMC Down with the King Cool Breeze mix. I was also told that the song Made You Look by Nas also has a line in it about feeling the breeze. Then keep in mind the IG post from Sasha Penn a while back regarding season 3 that said Breeze has landed. Then common sense tells us that Unique is currently in the wind on Raising Kanan. And what's in the wind? A breeze. So moving forward, I think that Breeze and Raq will either continue to be lovers or come to another business arrangement on how things will work moving forward. Raq runs the heroin game with Quan and the Italians, while Raq hooks Breeze up with Joaquin to give him the same coke connect that she had in season 2. And in the process of doing this, Raq and Breeze will come to another agreement that he will put Kanan to work for him and he will teach Kanan the game. Keep in mind that in season 3, Unique already told Raq, don't make me take off my belt for that boy. And Unique was genuine about that, even though he was joking, because he also is a father and he has mad love for his son, Jerome. And before I go, I made the video the other day that got me all kinds of hate. Is Unique Ghost's father? And everybody said that Jerome was too young because of the picture I showed from Jerome in season 1. But look at the picture from season 2 and see how much bigger Jerome has already got. Then keep in mind he wasn't even in season 3. And only about a year and a half time has went by on the actual show. So by the time season 4 gets here, Jerome will almost guarantee be old enough to fit the same age timeline of Ghost. Just think about how fast Yaz grew up on Power. I just wanted to throw that in there to clear some things up before I finish the video. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.